Why, hello there. I'm back here again with another speed paint. So this is a speed paint I'm doing for my friend Coral. Coral is a very talented musician, composer, and I think you should follow them. Please, listen to their music. Their music's epic and cool. So, this is not really something I do often for commissions. My commissions are pretty simplistic, like it's just, head sketch, line art, normal coloring in the background. I've never really offered for like shading and such because I don't think I'm that confident in it. But I wanted to do something a little special for my bestie. I wanted to replicate the Ken Sugimori art style, which you've seen in Pokemon before. Now, not just any kind of art style, I want to try and replicate the iconic watercolor art style you've seen from like Gen 1 and Gen 2. At the moment you're not going to see a whole lot because I'm just sketching right now, but it'll come into fruition eventually. I learned a weird lot about how much his art style evolves throughout the years. Now, I'm fully aware that in recent years there's been more higher quality scans of the art style, as it turns out the ones that we are so familiar with— oh, my partner's calling. As it turns out that the ones that we're familiar with, that we've seen many people use for editing and such, have been not the most color corrected over the years. There has always existed like proper scans of these, but eventually the more miscolored ones just spread around the internet. So I tried my best to at least pick out the ones that seem the most normal looking, the most like intended colors. As much as it's shown that like Bulbapedia has like the proper color corrected images, some of them still look like they haven't been updated, unfortunately. It's so interesting watching the evolution of this art style, as I always thought like this more watercolory-esque art style was very synonymous with Gen 1 and of course Gen 2. But as I was scouring through all the scans and all the artwork, like I noticed that a lot of the more Gen 3-esque art style, the more cleaner-esque shading was actually started around even Gen 1, with a lot of promotional art that Ken Sugimori did. Presumably Ken Sugimori. I assume these are Ken Sugimori. I should probably say that by now. But this kind of change in art style started to become very prominent around Gen 2, surprisingly. It's kind of just fascinating seeing like the Gen 2 characters in a sort of Gen 3 art style. Now, it took a lot for me to like try and get a good idea of like how to go with the watercoloring and such. I tried my best to replicate mainly from the human characters, of course, but I threw in a few Pokemon here and there, since not many characters have that crimson hair color or blue skin. I don't really have a whole lot to say on like how I did with this kind of stuff. Just kind of last time with the SpongeBob one, I just winged it basically. It took a little bit to get a handling of, but eventually once I found the right tools on Sketchbook, it was, I wouldn't say easy, it just took a whole lot of time. On the fly, I let Coral suggest me some stuff for her avatar, since this is her avatar after all. I want to make sure it's as accurate as how she wants it to be. So you might see some changes here and there throughout the speed paint anyways. You might see me like move around some stuff, or like draw something and erase it. It was fun working with her and getting a better idea of like what her vision was. So yeah, the main reason I started to do Pokemon art style is because Coral loves Gen 2. She loves Pokemon Gold and Silver and Crystal. I have messages upon messages of her singing her praises about the generation and just how much she adores it. And I agree with her. It's peak generation. I don't care if it's canceled DLC or whatever. It is my goal. Okay, well, maybe not Gen 2, but Gen 4. I love the Gen 4 remakes. As I mentioned, this isn't usually something I do for commissions, because I don't believe in my artistic skills at the moment to do shading this complicated, but I wanted to give it a shot, and Coral fully trusted me on doing my best on this, and it took a while to get the coloring of the pants right, as I don't have a lot of pants references, obviously, especially in like the kind of angle and lighting I was trying to do it. Also, admittedly, even though I've gone to college, I still not have properly learned how to do anatomy yet, so this is kind of my first time trying to do something a little more like a proper human-esque character instead of my like more chibi-esque bodies I normally draw. And I feel like I did a really good job in trying to accurately replicate the art style as best as I could. I really do want you to try and check out Coral's music, because they have a lot of stuff that you can listen to. I think their music is really cool and really atmospheric, and I might be jumping the gun here, but they do have some ideas on trying to make video essays in the future. I could be wrong, but they've talked about it on a few occasions. I think you guys should subscribe to her to check them out, because she has some very interesting thoughts, and of course, if you want to know about why she loves Gen 2, then I'm sure eventually she'll make a video. Or not. Maybe she'll just be doing music. Regardless, I think you should try and support her. Please support her. I posted this so you can go support her right now. I posted this so you can be reminded to go check her out right now. Do it right now. I'm totally not running out of things to say here. Please go check her out. I do enjoy doing these more experimental art styles, stuff that I'm not very used to or even expected to ever do in my lifetime. And I hope to have more opportunities to do stuff like this. Maybe in the future I might try to do more commissions that offer more complex as art styles, but I also don't want to like end up overpricing myself in some way. I know that's something I shouldn't try to worry about, because at the end of the day, every form of art is, you know, sacred and very important to be paid for, etc., etc. But I also want to make sure things are cheap, especially how things are in the world right now. Because it was really fun trying out this new brush I had in my inventory and trying out a new art style, and maybe I might start to use this in the future. After all, that's how I was able to use the Dolly Dimply shading at one point, as I made this other drawing with like completely unique shading and everything. And I really hope it just starts to inspire me to like branch out a little bit more and experiment more with my art if I don't get too burnt out suddenly. I guess since I still have time, play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, please. It is peak. It is peak. I adored that as a kid. It has changed my life ever since I played it as a kid. You will not be disappointed. That dialogue can be a little handholdy at times, especially with how much it keeps flashing back to something that happened like 5 minutes ago, but you're gonna adore just the world in it and everything. I'm just saying this because since we're talking about Pokemon, I might as well advertise something. Yeah, that's all I just wanted to share now. I hope you liked the art that I did. Go subscribe to Coral right now, or else I'm gonna shoot you.